Ever wish you could have someone just kind of summarize those long, dense reports and research papers, while you're on the go?
Yeah, definitely. We've all been there.
But what if I told you that AI can now do just that?
Really?
Yeah, and not just with, like, text, but with an actual podcast, complete with different voices, natural sounding delivery, the whole nine yards.
Wow. That's pretty remarkable. AI has come a long way.
It really has. We're talking about a full audio experience that can pull out all the key takeaways from these really complex documents. It's about making information way more accessible.
Definitely. I could see how that would be a game changer for a lot of people.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what we're diving into today, AI-generated podcasts. And get
What?
this deep dive you're listening to right now.
Yeah.
We use this technology to create it.
No way. That's meta.
It is. So we're kind of giving you a behind-the-scenes look at how it all works.
I like it.
So the star of the show is Google's Notebook LM. And this isn't just your typical text summarizer, just kind of spitting out the same old thing.
Right.
It's more like having your own AI research assistant at your beck and call, ready to have a conversation about your documents.
That's a good way to put it. So how does it work? What makes Notebook LM so different?
Well, you start by uploading your documents, right? And this could be anything, PDFs, Google Docs, even just links to articles.
Okay.
And then Notebook LM gets to work analyzing the content to actually understand it, just like a human would.
So it's not just like scanning for keywords or something.
Nope. It uses natural language processing and machine learning to really dig into the meaning.
Yeah.
But here's the kicker, and this is where it gets really cool.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
Notebook LM takes all that info and generates a whole podcast discussing the material.
Whoa.
And to make it even better, it uses these different AI voices, currently male and female, all in English, but they sound incredibly natural, no more robotic monotone.
Thank goodness. That was always my biggest pet peeve with those text-to-speech apps. It's like nails on a chalkboard. This is way better.
Right. It makes listening so much more enjoyable. Plus, these podcasts are actually designed for our busy lives, They're usually only about 6 to 8 minutes long, so you can get the key info without a huge time commitment.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
We're all so busy these days. It's hard to find time to sit down and read a whole report or whatever.
Exactly. We're all drowning in information.
It's true.
So, remember that article we were talking about, the one on AI and video games? Imagine just listening to a quick podcast about it on your commute.
That would be amazing. Instead of trying to read it on my phone on the train.
Exactly. You could get the rundown on things like that new AI engine, what's it called?
Game Geno.
Game Geno. Right, that one that's changing how games are designed, all while you're, sipping your coffee.
That's the dream.
It really is amazing how much this kind of tech could change things. It's not even just about summarizing anymore. It's about, like you said, transforming information into something you can actually listen to, something that fits into, our crazy busy lives.
And it's not just like a surface level thing, It's actually really accurate.
Oh, absolutely. We put it to the test ourselves, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
For this very deep dive, we uploaded all our research, all our notes, everything right into Notebook LM, including that article from, what was the site?
Eddie Boscana.
EddieBoscana.com. That's
Wow.
the one on AI podcasts.
Yep, that's it.
So, we fed it all in, let Notebook LM do its magic. And honestly,
Pretty impressive.
it really was. It pulled out all the key takeaways, even structured everything in a way that just made sense. It's like it knew what we were going for.
It was spot on, yeah.
And it even picked up on all the business applications, which I thought was super cool. Remember that part about?
Turning internal memos and stuff into podcasts?
Exactly. For employees who'd rather listen than, read through pages of text, or even turning blog posts into audio content, reaching a whole new audience. It's brilliant.
The possibilities are endless, really.
It's like having a whole podcast production team, just on demand.
Exactly. And the best part is it's not some far off thing.
Yeah.
This tech exists right now. Today.
I know, right? It's wild. And for our listeners who are like, okay, I'm sold. How do I try this thing?
Yeah.
Don't worry, we've got you. We'll put a link in the show notes to a Fiverr gig that can get you up and running with Notebook LM.
Yeah, it's a great resource, especially if you're not super techie. Always good to have some guidance.
100%. Now, it wouldn't be right if we didn't, Throw in a little word of caution here,
Yeah.
you know?
Right, right.
As amazing as Notebook LM is, it is still AI. And like any tool, it needs that human touch, that critical eye.
Totally. You always got to double check, make sure it's reflecting things the way you want them to,
Yeah.
you know?
Exactly. Like, I remember that time I tried using one of those translation apps for a super important email.
Oh, no.
Let's just say I learned the hard way that, yeah, you got to review before you hit send.
Been there. It's easy
Yeah.
to get caught up in the excitement, you know?
It really is. But look, technology can be a lifesaver. It's just about using it, thoughtfully.
Couldn't agree more.
But beyond all the practical applications, the thing that really gets me about Notebook LM is how it makes us rethink the whole idea of how we consume information.
It's a total paradigm shift.
Right. We're inundated with information these days, more than ever, and this technology could totally change how we absorb it all, Especially for folks who learn better by listening or maybe have trouble with traditional reading. It's huge.
It is.
It's like we're moving towards this future where information just like molds itself to us, to our preferences, how we learn best, even just like our schedules. It's pretty wild when you think about it.
No, totally. And it makes you think about the accessibility part of it all, right? Someone who maybe has always struggled to get through those super long reports, or maybe they just learn better when they can listen to something. Now they've got a way to access the same info in a way that actually works for them, It's a game changer.
It really is. And it makes you wonder, like, what other kind of barriers could Notebook LM and these other AI tools break down in the future? I mean, the potential is huge. The thing that really blows my mind is, like, the impact this could have on education. Just imagine students being able to listen to these, like, really clear, concise summaries of super complex stuff like historical events or scientific theories.
Right. And it's not just one size fits all. It's all customized to, like, how much they already know their learning style.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, now that you mention it, I remember reading about this study where researchers used an AI tool, kind of similar to Notebook LM, to make these personalized audio lessons for students who were trying to learn a new language. And get this,
Yeah.
the results were incredible. Apparently, the students who used the AI tool, they showed like way more improvement in how well they understood and remembered the material compared to the students who didn't.
Yeah.
It was a night and day difference.
That's what I'm talking about. It really shows you the power of, like, tailoring how we deliver information to how people learn best. It's not just about the information itself. It's about making sure it actually sticks,
100%. And with AI, like Notebook LM getting more advanced all the time, who knows what the future holds, right? We started this whole thing talking about summarizing documents. And now we're talking about a tool that could totally change how we learn new things, how we work, how we just take in the world around us. It's pretty remarkable.
It's mind-blowing, really.
Yeah.
But it's also, like, a big responsibility, As cool as all this new tech is, we got to make sure we're using it the right way.
Oh, for sure. I totally agree. We can't just get caught up in all the excitement and forget about the bigger picture.
Exactly. It's like, how does this impact education in the long run? What about jobs? We've got to ask those tough questions.
Always. I think that's like the biggest takeaway here, right? We've got to approach all these amazing new tools, especially something as powerful as Notebook LM, with a good dose of like critical thinking, Enthusiasm's great, but we always got to keep our eyes open.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, folks, there you have it. We've done our deep dive into the world of AI-generated podcasts, explored not just the what, but the so what, and hopefully got you thinking about the future of information. It's a wild ride, that's for sure. Until next time, stay curious.